Hello and welcome to BQ Prime. We are here at Kia's Pavilion at Auto Expo 2023, where the company has showcased some exciting vehicles here. With us, here is Hardeep S. Brar, the Vice President of the Kia India, and he'll be speaking to us. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you. Thank you for having
So,
me here.
first of all, I wanted to start with the company has showcased some exciting vehicles. Can you tell us a little bit about the vehicles here?
So we have two hero models that we are showcasing at Auto Expo. My right is EV9. This is a concept car. This is going to be the biggest electric car for the Kia across the globe, and we are looking at a global launch this year. And it's got, if you look at the car, very, it looks like a tank. But when you go inside, it's got very plush interiors and very luxurious, and got a lot of connected features. It has, and on top of that, it has a lot of autonomous features which customers are looking for, the new gen customers. So all in all, it will compete with the luxury German brands. So looking forward to it.
The company has shown tremendous growth in the last 3 years. Where they started operations in 2019, and the sales have risen very massively. So the company's total contribution to overall global sales of India has risen. So the company has Kia Global has set the target of 3.2 million, and I just wanted to ask how much will Kia India will contribute to that target.
All right. So, see, we are approximately about 10% of the global market. We started in year one, we did about 40,000 cars. Year two, we did 140,000 plus cars. And third year, we did about 180,000 cars. And last year, we did 254,000. So, our contribution is increasing year on year. And we should only go up from here.
So the government is pushing for cleaner mobility at very rapid pace. So I just wanted to ask, because Kia's overall tally, the 40% over 40% vehicles are from diesel, right? So to match this target of government, how will you change your portfolio?
We have brought in the EV6 last year, and electrification is big on our focus. So we want to call ourselves the sustainable mobility provider, and sustainability not only includes the electric, but also smaller things like what kind of materials we are using inside our cars. So we are, for example, the EV9 behind me, we are using a used fishnet in the flooring. Then we are using the plastic bottles for the seats, and our plan is that we should go vegan in terms of the leather that we are using. So lesser use of animal leather in our cars. Also, we are starting a project Drop this year, wherein we are recycling the waste plastic, and we'll be using them in our cars. Coming back to electrification, by 2025, we also want to launch India's specific grounds up EV, especially meant for the Indian market. And globally, we are working on 14 electric vehicles with $22 billion investment, and some of them will come to India market as well. So electrification is the way forward, and also we are looking at the demand of the consumers in terms of petrol, diesel contribution, and with RD norms, the petrol is likely to go a little up, and then we'll see how we supply those cars.
EV9 is slated to be launched soon, I guess, and I just wanted to understand when can we expect it to come to India.
EV9 is we are not so right now we are looking at the consumer response, and what people like about this car in terms of design, the interiors, and also asking them what is the price point going to be. So we are doing these 7 days will be very crucial for us to gauge the response, and basis the outcome, then we'll decide where to really launch. But right now, what is certain is a global launch this year, and we'll see how quickly we can get it into India as well.
Considering Kia's top-down approach, where they introduce the higher price vehicle first, so can we assume that EV9 will be priced lower than EV6?
Oh, not at all. EV9 is a bigger car. Yes, you are right that till now we've always launched a big price item first and then came down. But in this case, EV6 was already there and EV9 was kind of coming later on. So if we had probably EV9, maybe we would have launched that. But now EV9 is coming after EV6. So definitely not possible that it will be lower than EV6. It will be much, much higher than that.
Kia India's success in India has been synonymous with the changing demand of consumers. They shifted to SUVs pretty quickly. So, and Kia India was a big contributor in that. So, because now the late entrants are also entering into the segment, and the competition is intensifying. So now that you don't have the advantage of being a first mover, how will you now compete with your competitors?
So frankly, even when we came in with Seltos, we were not the first ones. There were already hosts of SUVs which were already there. When we brought in Sonnet, there were again quite a few SUVs there. When we brought in Carins, there were quite a few MPVs there. So it's not that we completely came into a space which was absolutely vacant. We have made our space, and our design philosophy is what people like. Quality of our interiors is what people like. The performance of our cars, and some active safety feature, like we are giving standard 6 airbags in our car ends and Celtas, which not many are doing. So we always try to do, some of the first that we have done. Another important thing in our case is 40% people buy automatics, whereas the industry average is somewhere between 20 to 25%. The connected cars we sell about 50%. So because we've been able to establish ourselves as a premium mass brand, there's a lot of customers who are going for the brand Kia and end up buying the top end cars. So that is also rubbing back on the brand, and that's been the reason for our success in India.
Coming to EV6, you have indicated that you will be assembling the car here only in India, and I just can we expect any reduction in price because of that?
So we haven't announced anything like that. We will be importing the EV6 for the time being because the volumes are low, and for the local manufacturing, we have other cars where the volumes are much larger. So we are looking only at the CBU for the time being.
That was my last question to you. Thank you so much for speaking to BK Prime.
Thank you. Pleasure talking to you. Thanks.